welcome to Library Connection. I'm Mandy Cantrell from the B.B. Comer Memorial Library here in Sylacauga. Before I get started, I want to thank TV47, Chris, and everyone here who helps us put on our program. We're talking about something wonderful today. It's a way you can help other people, or you can receive help if you need it. We're talking about Alabama Childhood Food Solutions, which is here in our community, and we've got Jean Rogers, who's the executive director, and Val Harvey, the community relations coordinator. Thank you so much for coming this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Great. Well, first, before we get started into what you do, tell us about yourself just a little bit. Val, we'll go with ladies first.
My name is Val Harvey, and I'm married to Joe, and we've been married for 26 years. We have 2 daughters, and got connected with ACFS, Alabama Childhood Food Solutions, probably, about 10, 11 years ago with our church. And so we started serving, got our kids involved in it, and then now here I am.
That's great. Great.
My wife's Sharon, and we've been married 44 years.
Wonderful.
We're both educators. I'm a retired school administrator, and my wife's a recently retired school teacher. Still helps teach struggling readers part-time. But I stepped into a volunteer role actually at Alabama Childhood Food Solutions almost 6 years ago. And then Jim and Linda, our founders, asked me about the potential of stepping into a leadership role. So I had to pray through that and shift life around a little bit. But this May will be my 6th year of serving as the executive director of Alabama Childhood Food Solutions, and it's been a privilege and an honor to serve the community through our organization.
That is wonderful. So you are retired, but still very, very,
I don't know
very
what retirement looks like.
Well, that's okay. It's good that you're still busy and active and doing such a wonderful project here. And I know Jim and Linda have been on the show several years ago and are friends of mine. And they started Alabama Childhood Food Solutions, didn't they?
They did.
What is it exactly? I mean, I have an idea in my mind, but what is Alabama?
Well, a lot of people think we're just a food pantry, but we're a food distribution center. What makes us unique is we do a children's backpack weekend program for 33 schools, 6 boys and girls clubs. And we also serve families. We serve over 1,200 families a month. So we're doing this out of a small facility that Marble City Baptist Church has provided for us. It's not on their campus, but it's not far. But we provide food to those that need it. And when somebody is struggling with putting food on the table, we respond.
That's wonderful. Is that really a big problem in our area, or in all areas maybe? Is that really as big as we think, as we hear?
Well, Alabama's in the top 10 in the nation of food insecurity rates. And so, and when you look at children and the struggle that children are facing, this county, Talladega County, has 27.4% of the children that are facing food insecurity. And a lot of people don't know what food insecurity is. That
was my next question.
The way we try to describe it is a child or a family may not know where their next meal is coming from. Or if they do have food in the house, it's not nutritious. It's not the kind of food that you would want them to be eating for a healthy lifestyle. So if they're potentially going to bed hungry, that means that child's food insecure. And so that's why we've created Alabama Childhood Food Solutions.
Now, this started several years ago with Jim and Linda Jones. Do you know exactly when? I've forgotten exactly when.
Well, Val's been at it longer than I have as far as the volunteering part. But 2011 was the year that Jim and Linda started recognizing the need. They came back from an international mission trip. They realized that there was need and struggle right here in their own backyard. And so he started out of the back of a pickup truck with about 30 bags of food, and that just blew up. The need, when people found out that there was food available and people could get some assistance. It went from 30, 40 bags to 300 a week. And then the food distribution model came in a little bit after that.
So you were here for part of that, right?
Yes, sure was. Had the privilege of volunteering in the warehouse and helping get the boxes together for the distribution. And what was really neat is, being able to do that as a family.
Oh, you said your husband and your children were involved with
Yes.
you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, how wonderful! Because I know children, not your children, but just
Well-
all children, don't really know maybe how good they have it.
Well, and that's a great point, and they don't. And I feel like perspective,
Yeah.
it changes your perspective when you're building a bag, for the kids on the weekends, or you're building food for a distribution box, and you're able to reiterate to your family and to yourself, gosh, this is what the kids are getting. This bag of food is what the kids are getting on the weekends. This box of food is what you're going to have to feed your family for the month. And it's a great box. We make sure that it is very, it provides a lot of things in it, but that's what you have for the month. It's not going to the grocery store and leaving with a couple of bags that right now is, $150 worth of food.
You're so right, yes.
And so it truly gives you perspective when you're able to yourself, but also your, family, especially children, say, this is what this child is taking home for the weekend.
Yes.
This is what this family has for the month.
Yes.
Like, it's not, you don't get to say, well, I don't like this. These are truly families who are struggling.
Or let's go to a fast food restaurant
That's
or
it.
something
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
get. Well, I said it's good for kids. It's good for adults too. Yeah, it's very good for all of us to learn that. What do you have any stats to show? Any statistics of how many? I know I got off your website a little bit.
Right. Well, there's statistics that talk about the need, and there's statistics that talk about the effort to solve the problem.
Yeah,
And so I'm going to share a little bit of both, if you'll
Yes,
allow me.
good. That'd be great.
One of the things I mentioned that Alabama's ranked in the top 10 as far as food insecure people in the state. 750 to 800,000 individuals in the state of Alabama are facing food insecurity. Wow. 250,000 of that number are children. And I mentioned that in Talladega County, that number's higher than people would want it to be, 27.4%. That's 1 out of every 4 children in this county, and then the surrounding counties are facing this problem. And so the statistic that we want to focus on is those children and the number of people that are living in poverty that are struggling to make ends meet. So that's one of the things, just identifying that there's people that don't have what they need, and so that's part of it. The other is, how are we trying to make a difference? And I tell our team all the time, we're trying to get that 27% down to a lower number.
Yes.
And that's why we're showing up at our warehouse every day. We had 900 volunteers throughout the year of 2024 that came in and gave 26,000 hours to battle this problem.
Right here. My goodness.
And because of those volunteers, we were able to put 1.1 million pounds of food back out into the community. And that's making a difference. That's making a huge difference. So along with that, I mentioned earlier that we do 2 things. We do the family distribution effort, and then we do the children's backpack. We had 30% increase in the need in our service area, Talladega County and all the cities in Talladega County, and the schools that are in other counties that surround us.
Right.
We sent 75,000 weekend bags home with children this past school year, this past calendar year, and so the needs continues to grow. People are reaching out to us from every corner saying, "Can you help us?" And we're trying to stand in the gap.
Wow, those numbers are just mind-blowing to me, really. Wow. Well, listen, we're going to pause for commercial break, and we'll be right back and talk some more with Val and Jean.
A funeral service represents a family's final farewell to their loved ones. Knowing this, we go beyond what is expected to ensure the ceremony is beautiful and memorable, a truly fitting tribute to that special life. We invite you to visit us to meet our staff and tour our renovated facility complete with a new dining area and catering services. We've been serving the people of this area for over 40 years, and we think that you'll be pleased to find that making lasting impressions remains our first priority. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.
Bonanza, the famous Western television series, is now on WOIL TV 47. Join Little Joe, Hoss, Adam, and Ben Cartwright on the Ponderosa every weekday morning at 8 a.m. Fist fighting, chicken chasing, gunslinging, and more. Join us for Coffee and Bonanza every weekday morning at 8 a.m. on TV 47.
Welcome back to Library Connection. I'm talking about Alabama Childhood Food Solutions with Val Harvey, who's the Community Relations Coordinator, and Jeannie Rogers, the Executive Director. And y'all both worked with them 6 to 10 years, something like that. That's great. So you know a lot about what goes on. Val, tell us how can somebody get in touch with you if they need help?
Oh, that is such a great question. So we have a website. You can just Google Alabama Childhood Food Solutions and it will come up. And there's the page will come up and there's an opportunity for a hotline that you can call. Okay. And then there's also an opportunity to make an appointment. Okay. So either of those options are good options.
Okay. Your website is very easy to use. I got on there to find out a little bit more. Yeah, it's very easy to use. I think it tells me everything I need to know. Along with the calendar, I didn't realize you give out food. I mean, I guess I never thought about it. You have a schedule of when you give it out, or is it just random when people come? But you got to have some kind of schedule, I know. Every Monday and Thursday and one Saturday a month? Is that kind of how that works?
The first Saturday of each month, yes.
Okay.
And then every Monday and Thursday.
Monday and Thursday at 9:30, and then at 9 is the first Saturday. Is that for families, individuals, or?
Both. That's a great question as well. Yes, ma'am. So families and individuals, if you are in need of food, you know, contact us and we'll get you food.
Okay. Do we need to call ahead to know?
Yes, that is, yes. So making the appointment, that's why when you go on there and make an appointment, so we can already have that food available to you and get that to you.
Because you need to know what size family. Am I an individual or do I have 3 kids? Things like that. Okay. Very easy to take care of then, to do all of that. That's wonderful. Do you have to fill out papers a little bit? I think just to help y'all keep track.
There's a registration form, yes ma'am, and it's very user-friendly. So
good. And volunteers. I know you have a lot of volunteers.
Yes, we are always in need because our need has grown so much over the last few years. And so we are always in need of volunteers. So if you are retired and like to come, we'd love to have you. If you have just a few hours, you know, on the weekends, we'd love to have you on a Saturday. So there's so many different opportunities to help volunteer, because I think a lot of people have the misconception that to volunteer means they have to be able to carry a certain amount or poundage and things like that. There are so many things. If you have a willing heart, our doors are open. Come on, and we'd love to, have you help us. We would love that.
And I think, do y'all have a Facebook page? I believe I've seen.
We do.
That's where I've seen. I think groups will come. It'll be the baseball team or the youth group from a church or a girls softball or something.
Exactly. We love having youth and kids come to help us out, and it helps give them perspective. As to what's going on in their community.
And some of those strong young men who play football or baseball, and the girls too, but still, that is wonderful. So where is your warehouse located, or where would somebody come if they needed help?
We are
Go ahead. I'm sorry. 114 Canyon Ridge Road is our facility. Now you can sign up to serve on a volunteer basis through the website as well.
Oh, okay.
And so we love to have folks let us know they're coming, so we're prepared for the number of folks. And one of the things Val had mentioned about, we love when groups come in, but we love to have business partnerships too. We have a lot of companies that will send part of their team to serve. They may have 12 people working in their office. They'll send 4 or 5 of them once a month to come in and help do the work and give them credit for being at work. And those are incredible benefits to our organization.
That is wonderful. That's wonderful. It's just nice how we have a great community here, I think. I mean, and I'm talking surrounding area too, of wanting to help other people, so that's great. Now, tell me about the food. Where do you get the food? I know that's a big question, but.
Well, we have We have community partnerships with stores, Publix, Walmart's, all up and down 280. We have a route driver that gets up at 5 o'clock every morning and runs 280 all the way practically into Birmingham. And these partnerships are established through the Community Food Bank of Central Alabama.
Okay.
They assign stores, and so we get those donated products from those stores. That 1.1 million pounds of food,
Yes.
Some of it was bought from the Community Food Bank, but a lot of it was donated or rescued. Good food that's just that needs to be put in somebody's hands, and so
Very
that's,
quickly. Yes.
That's right. And so we get those stores that partner with us, and there's 7 or 8 solid partnerships, but we go other places as well. So we do the Community Food Bank in Central Alabama, but we also have a partnership with Midwest Food Bank, which is the largest food bank in the country as far as the amount of food and revenue. And they have a location in Peachtree City, Georgia. And we send a truck over there twice a month to pick up food. So wherever food's available, we chase it. And the other thing is we do have some partnerships with food brokers and wholesalers, and disaster relief organizations that have more than they can get out the door. Wherever there's an offer, we try to get it in people's hands that need it.
That is great, because I know sometimes there's always just a lot of places more than they need, but it's got a date on it.
That's right.
Don't throw it away.
No,
Goodness,
absolutely.
I know, but you got to know where to send it.
Well, and the great thing with all the partners we have, that enables us to give a well-rounded box. So, there's going to be a protein in it. There's going to be fresh fruits and vegetables and non-perishables. So you're not just getting non-perishable items. It's very intentional with these partners that we're getting a very well-rounded box of food.
It can all be peanut butter jelly, mac and cheese, soups, which are good.
Yes.
They're great to have. But so you add other things.
That's right.
That anything like frozen, fresh vegetables, food, things as you get them, I guess.
That's right. Dairy, cheese. An average family gets about 70 to 75 pounds of food when they come to pick up the food. Larger families get 90, 100, 110 pounds, depending on the size of their family.
Wow, that's great. That is wonderful. So you have a lot of people assembling these boxes.
That's the point of the volunteers.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Yes, that's why the need is so great for that.
Okay, and you do, there's somebody there, I guess, that says, okay, for a box, we need, like you said, proteins and things like that to make it well-rounded. And if you've got kids or depending on the age of your people or the people you're giving to, a lot of work goes on. It's not just come and grab a bunch of cans off the shelf there. Wow, a lot of work. Do you have a refrigeration area to keep?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We have a walk-in freezer and a walk-in cooler, and then we have multiple deep freezes. We have multiple glass door units that we put food everywhere we can stash it, we protect it. We're very careful about watching those temps and making sure that folks are getting quality food out of our warehouse. So we're fortunate that the partnership with Marble City Baptist has allowed us to modify the building, even though we don't own it. They provide it for us, and they've allowed us to put those units on the side. And so we have a new refrigerated box truck that our donors have gifted us over this past year, and there's a lot of food coming in and a lot of food going out, and we're thankful for the facility that we have.
I know you are. Well, listen, we're going to pause for another commercial break, and we'll be right back and talk some more about Alabama Childhood Food Solutions.
The all-new Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our remodeled and expanded pharmacy gives us the space to serve more patients. We've added a drive-through window for those times when you don't feel like getting out of your vehicle. And we still offer delivery within city limits. We feature a full line of over-the-counter medications and supplements. And don't forget our stunning new gift department. New building, same great people. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
The Maxie Veazey Senior Adult Activity Center offers the senior citizens in the Sylacauga and surrounding areas lots of fantastic activities throughout the week. Sewing, ladies bridge, quilting, game-orama, ceramic classes, bingo, travel club, and lots more. It's all at the Maxie Veazey Senior Adult Activity Center located next to the J. Craig Smith Community Center in Sylacauga. Don't spend any more time alone. Get out, make new friends, and have fun.
Great. What am I going to do now?
Time to visit Brown's Auto Collision.
No problem at all. We've contacted your insurance company and we can get you back into original condition right away. And I just want to remind you that all of our work is covered by a lifetime warranty. We're done.
Wow, that was easy and looks great.
Brown's Auto Collision.
Where quality is no accident.
Welcome back to Library Connection. I'm talking with Val Harvey and Jean Rogers from Alabama Childhood Food Solutions. We've talked a lot about where you get your food and things like that. What if somebody wants to donate food or money? I mean, I know you'll take anything, but I always want, sometimes I wonder if I give food, that's great, but if I give money, then you can buy food maybe at a cheaper price because you're buying in bulk or because of where you are.
That's it. So we appreciate anything, money or the food. However, we are able, because of our partnerships, to really be able to get more bang for our buck than what you are able to do.
Oh, yeah.
So we appreciate, again, anything that we get, but it's much better if we get the money so then we can get more items for that than just, the food.
That's great. That's great.
I like to tell people that if you give us $1 that you would have spent for a can of green beans at Walmart on a food drive, that $1 allows us to buy 5 cans of green beans or 6 cans of green beans at the subsidized rate. So we love people that do food drives, and we encourage it.
Sure.
But the raising the money that some of the school groups do for us and some of the corporate things, those are more helpful on the overall budget for ACFS.
That makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. So do y'all have fundraisers going on sometimes?
We do. We just had a successful clay tournament out at Selwood Farms here about 2 weeks ago, and raised some money. Had a good day. The Lord kept the rain away from us on that Tuesday.
Good.
So we've done that. We've done that for 3 years now. We'll have our 8th annual golf tournament in October, and that is one of our most successful fundraisers. So if anybody's interested in sponsoring ACFS for the golf tournament, there's plenty of time to do that. Would love to talk to them about it. One new thing that we're doing is a partnership with an organization called Meals to Missions, where food is built. There's food bags of beans and rice are built, packaged, and boxed, and will be sent to Ghana, other countries that have high poverty and need. And so we're doing it as a fundraiser. We're packing the food, but we're actually asking people to help us do a peer-to-peer fundraiser and sponsor a child. Like this effort's going to happen in July, and the first event's in July, and then there's a kind of a follow-up in August. But what we're asking people to do is consider sponsoring a child. We do 2,550 children a week, and the average cost of sponsoring that child for a month is $24. So we're asking people to consider that monthly recurring giving to sponsor one or more children. So that fundraiser's first for us. So we're going to step into it right at the beginning of the school year start back. And so we think it's going to be great for ACFS, but we're trying to get the word out about it. It hadn't even been put on our website yet. Y'all are the first to hear that we're going to do this
Breaking
summer.
news here. That's great. Well, that's exciting. That's a great way to do. Now, I know you have a lot of people that volunteer, but do you have a staff? I mean, y'all are part of the staff, I guess, that helps.
We do, and Val's a volunteer person on our team. And we do have a few. We have the executive director, and then we have 4 other part-time positions. Operations, the continual need to keep the building open and flowing, and when the volunteers get there, we have
manage volunteers.
We have a volunteer coordinator assimilation person that's there in the warehouse when groups come in. They put them to work, and then we have a route driver And then we, you know, it's pretty much just warehouse associate. We keep it as simple as we can on
sure
the
you
staffing
do,
side, because we
yes.
want every dollar to go to help a family.
That's great. That is so great. And you have a board of directors that kind of governs what you do, right? Yeah.
We do. We have an awesome board of directors. One of our local school officials, Vicki Osmond, is on our board. She's the Deputy Superintendent of Talladega County.
Okay.
Our chair is Chris Craddock. He's the CEO of Food Sales East. And we have a total of 9 folks that serve on our board, and they have a heart for serving children especially, and then families. And so they're out there trying to help us you know, find new partners and help us, you know, make sure we're running this organization in the most transparent way possible, so that people have confidence when they give their money or they give food or they serve,
That's
that they're doing something that you know, that's on the up and up. So
That's great. Well, y'all are definitely on the up and up. I know I've always heard good things about the kind of work you do. Tell again, if somebody needs help, how do they get in touch with you?
So if you need any help, or you know somebody that does, please Google Alabama Childhood Food Solutions and go to our website. It is very user friendly. There is a hotline if you have an emergency. Otherwise, hit the button to make an appointment, and it's just very just you have a small registration form to fill out, and we'll get you in there and get you seen.
Okay. And if somebody wants to come and volunteer, how do they?
Yes.
Same thing. Go to the website.
Same thing. Go to the website, and there's actually a volunteer button as well. And so if you have a group that you want to come volunteer, there's a group registration form to fill out, or individual. But we will take, you know, who, you know, we would love to have you.
I know you would.
And you can find out about us on social media as well.
Yes.
We're on
Yes,
Facebook,
Facebook,
Instagram.
okay.
If you'll like and follow us, you'll see a
Yes.
lot of the what's happening at ACFS. A lot of times we describe what the need is for a specific event. And we kind of highlight the impact that we're having. There's a lot of stories. We don't have a lot of time this morning to cover it, but a lot of individual stories where a child's situation was just turned completely around. And we get that feedback from counselors and teachers that bag means the world. I will share one story.
Yes,
if you'll
go
allow
ahead.
me.
Yeah, we've got a minute, maybe.
We had a student in the north end of the county that had come into the school system for the first time and was struggling, behavior, focus, just didn't have his act together on the academic side. And the teacher found out that there was a limited food in the home. And they reached out to Alabama Childhood Food Solutions, got him a bag for the weekend, got the family food, and the teacher has told Val the light switch turned on for that student. Behavior problems went down, focus is better, prepared to learn. So that's one of 2,500, but there's many, many more.
My goodness. Well, I'm so excited. That's great. Thank you guys for being here so much. I appreciate it. And thank you for joining us on Library Connection.
Thank you for having us.